Hey guys, it's Nina B. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my updated braid out routine. I posted one about a year ago. Since then my method has changed and you're going to see pretty much everything that's going on. Don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. So I'm pretty much going to be using the same curl activator that I was using in the last video, which is the ORS Curls, the ORS Curls Unleashed Aloe and Honey. This is a texture boosting curl jelly. And it looks like this. It's like purple lavender. It's a very like perfumey type of smell. I would say using this alone on your hair is kind of drying, so I am gonna also go in with an oil. This is not Mielle oil. This is some oil I ordered off of Instagram. I have a spray bottle full of water. So as you can see, I'm starting on some space buns. I wore these to school. Okay, I'm gonna turn this way because this is where the mirror is. I wore my hair in space buns today at school, just so my hair can kind of be sectioned off somewhat before I start. I'm just gonna take the braid out. I'm going to start with one side at a time. So I really could care less how the back part looks. But anyways, so my hair is pretty much detangled from this morning. I did detangle it, but I probably am going to have to go in and do a little bit more detangling just because I am going to be braiding. I'm going to be using a big comb, wide tooth comb, small tooth comb. I don't think I'm going to be focusing on the top part of this comb, mainly just the bottom part, so I can do some type of parting, and a tangle teaser. So what I'm going to do first is remove this eyelash off my eye because it's tickling me, and I'm just going to section off maybe about an inch wide. I need to turn this light on. I'm just gonna kind of part my hair. See, I have like dry scalp. Okay, I will be right back because I cannot see in here. Okay, so I'm back and I made the first part. I don't really care if it's too, is the light on? Like not perfect or whatever in the back, because you'll start to see why. Anyways, I'm gonna go in and oil the part. As I did mention before, I did see some dry scalp starting to form, and ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm just gonna oil my scalp. Now that I've got that part out the way, I'm gonna try to kind of perfect the parting or whatever with the back of my rat tail comb. Like I mentioned, my hair is pretty much detangled from this morning, but I am gonna lightly detangle it. I don't want my hair too wet with product because it makes it harder to braid. So now I'm gonna go in and spritz this section a little bit with water. I probably just sprayed too much. Yeah, that's what happens when you get all excited. Just gonna rub that in, well, brush that in. I'm gonna go in with the curl jelly. Since I use so much freaking water, I didn't even mean to. I'm gonna go in with this much of jelly and just get that all on my hair. Probably gonna add a little bit of this on my edges too. Rub that in. Now that I've got that, I'm gonna start braiding the section. I like to braid on the scalp. Pretty much all the parts of me braiding, I just speeded it up. So yeah, this first braid actually turned out pretty good, and I honestly think it was like the best looking braid out of all the 10 braids that I did. As I braid, I may like have to detangle things. So it's important for me to like detangle as I braid because it just makes your braid look a little bit neater. And as I braid down, if I feel the need, like I want to add some more product, then I will. just to help it look a little neater and help the braid out to be more defined. I try to braid a little tighter for my braid outs just so I can have a more defined pattern. Once I get to the end, I just kind of like twist around my finger. I don't really care too much about that because I have a secret trick that I like to do. All right, so that's one braid that is done. I'm just going to repeat the same process. I'm gonna oil my scalp. A braid out is also a protective style. You want your hair to be like not dry, but not soaking wet, because it is harder to braid when your hair is in that state, like when it's like drenched wet, because you know your fingers don't really have much to grip if your hair is wet, and your braids will be looser, which means your braid out won't be as defined. This is not a braiding tutorial, so I probably would not be the best person to teach you guys how to braid if you're not familiar how to braid. And I feel like the tangle teaser really like helps to distribute the product and make sure your curls are like gonna be there like for real. So as I braid, I try to make them kind of symmetric, but I try not to put so much emphasis on all that when I do a braid out because it's never perfect and I'm still learning. I say the number one key is like really make sure your hair is tangled. I'm just adding hair as I braid. I tried to basically make it symmetric to the first braid that I did. I mean, like, this method of braid out is more, it takes more effort, it takes a lot more time versus the old method that I used to do, but I think the results are pretty much worth it. 2 down. All right, so I'm back and I've done 3 braids. It looks like each side is gonna have 4 because this is about to be my 4th. Wait, no, that's a lie. This is gonna be my 4th, this is gonna be my 5th. So yeah, it's gonna be like a total of 10 braids. I try to keep it symmetric for the most part. I'm getting ready to do my 4th braid, but y'all, the 3rd braid was so annoying. I don't know if I ended up cutting some of that out, but I had to redo it a couple times and it was just so frustrating. So hopefully I don't have the same problem with this braid. So with this 4th braid, I felt more confident braiding it because I had a lot more practice with the first couple of braids, but I have not done a braid out in forever, so all of this seemed pretty new. Like any natural hairstyle, this is a whole upper body workout. And you'll see me adding a whole lot of product and brushing my hair because my hair was trying to like dry out. It also plays a role how you hold your hands when you braid. I do not braid overhand. I be seeing people braiding straight back. I'm like, how do you do that? Like, no, I cannot. I mean, if I absolutely like have to, I would, but this is seemed to work pretty well for me. So I know the back of these is probably looking wicked. But that's okay. And yes, I am going in with globs of product now because it's a little hard to braid. Bro, I did not know I had all that oil running down on the back of my neck. Like, ew. And just let it curl up on their own. This is the 5th braid, which is the last braid for this side. Yeah, so I think after I do this braid, I'm probably gonna have to take a lunch break and then come back and do the other half because braiding the top of your hair, like this section right here, it's kind of hard because I don't braid straight back. It's just really all about how you position your hands. So we'll see. Okay, so what y'all don't know is that it took me like literally 5 or 6 times, but then this time that I'm recording, I actually got the hang of it. I'd say this braid was like the hardest to do because, oh my gosh, my arms were burning. Okay, so I am back and I look a hot behind mess. I got oil running down my neck from when I was oiling my hair, but that's okay. So this is what the braids are looking like. This side curled up, the ends. This side didn't really curl up, that's okay. I have a trick that I like to do. I like to put on these little things on the ends of my braids. Oh, also, after I was done braiding, I went ahead and oiled my braids with the oil that I showed you guys earlier. And now I'm going to show you guys how I like to apply these perm rods. So generally, I like to put more product on before I roll these up. But honestly, like my hair, my ends have enough product on them because I put on a lot of product as I braid. So I'm just gonna roll them up. I'm not gonna say my hair isn't even dry. Like, it's actually quite damp from all the water and the products I was applying earlier. This is a very tedious step. You want to make sure your ends are thoroughly covered, because honestly I thought I was going to need about 12 braids, and these braids are by no means at all perfect. I would not wear these out. So this is what they are looking like. Honestly, I leave these in. I'll leave the curling rods in probably for about a day, and then I'll take them out. But honestly, I leave these braids in for a good 2 days. So for instance, today is Tuesday. I will most likely see you guys on Friday when I take these out. So yeah, this is definitely like a protective style and braid out all in one, because I like to leave these in for a good 2, maybe 3 days. 1, because I'm lazy, and 2, I just feel like it helps your braid out look better. See you guys Friday. So here are the finishing results. There was a little bit of frizz, and I went in with a little bit of the curling product, but overall it turned out pretty good. Thank you guys so much for watching.